And I want to make the discernment between falling in love with the idea versus what the actual experience is. So discerning between falling in love with the idea versus what the experience actually is. And in my own life, what I'm coming to find out more and more is that there's a lot of ideas that I really love. And I'm like, oh yeah, like I would love if that were to happen. But then the actual experience of that, or of going toward that and working toward that, I don't love. Sometimes I fucking hate it, and it causes a lot of suffering for me. But my attachment to the idea and my romanticizing of the idea keeps me engaged in the thing that actually, if I'm just present with what is not something that I love. So maybe there's a place in your life that you're in love with the idea of something, whether it's success or achieving something or being in a certain situation. And maybe your whole life you thought, like, I definitely want this thing, like I love that idea. But then when you actually look at your experience of either being in that thing or working toward that thing, it's not an experience that you love. It's not to say that there's not times that we kind of gotta, like pull our pants up, and I don't know where that expression comes from, but like, just, I don't even know if that is an expression, but like, just like to fucking do the hard thing, right? Like, sometimes you just don't, you don't feel like doing this thing, but it's like, all right, I'm gonna show up for this thing. But if you look over a prolonged period of time, and you just keep not liking that thing, and you just keep suffering with that thing, and you've worked on that, and you've brought awareness to it, and you've tried some stuff, it might be helpful to look at being in love with the idea versus the experience.